Hi, in this video we are going to take a look how to work with the deal product and Pipedrive data field data together with OneClick and make.com. Previously we've already set up a button using the OneClick Make module, the watch button click module. So in that setup we chose to include the product data automatically. So the include deal products is enabled. Um, but also remember that you can also configure OneClick to require at least one deal product, which is very convenient if you, I don't know, if you're working with invoicing scenario or something similar. So if you haven't already done so, please enable the or choose to include the deal products together with your button, and that should be then good to go. The other topic of today is the custom fields feature. So quite often your scenario will need different pieces of Pipedrive data in order to be able to do the things that you plan to do. Uh, Quite often, typically what you need to then do is to separately fetch the data from Pipedrive when the button click has triggered your scenario. But the custom field feature enables you to include the needed field data automatically together with your button click. So let's take a look how this works. First, enable the custom fields feature and then start to add your fields that you want to. So first pick the Pipedrive resource type, for example deal, and then from the drop-down list select the specific field that you want to be included. Well, let's pick, for example, the deal title, then maybe an organization field, business ID, person field, email, and then lastly, I'm going to add something called a disposable field. The disposable fields are one-click specific. Well, I guess you could describe them as one-time fields. So the disposable fields needs to be filled in by the user before the button trigger can continue. There's multiple types of disposal fields, selects, multi-selects, dates, and so forth. But in this case, I'm just going to keep it very simple and just use short text, call it description, and that's that. You can also define a default value for the disposable fields if you want to. Sometimes that's handy, especially with single select fields, for example. Also, the custom field feature allows you to require a field to be filled in, and the other way around, you can also say that do not allow a value in this specific field. This is sometimes needed, but I guess more often the required field is more often used. There's also, I'm not going to go into this now, but the possibility to use so-called advanced validation. And the advanced validation allows you to use way more complex validation for the field data. Not just required, but you can make sure that VAT code is in a certain format, phone number is in a certain format, and or rule groups. You can say that a date field cannot be more than 30 days ahead, and so forth and so forth. So the custom field data is not just including fields together with your button click, but it also allows you to do quite a bit of the heavy lifting in one click, so you don't need to build it in your make scenario. I'm not going to mark any of these fields required for the time being, so let's leave it as it is, and let's see what happens. let it save. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna run once our scenario. We want to have new data, please. Click on your button, and then what you can see is that the first field we have here is the disposable field, asking me for a description. Hello. And also, because I didn't choose to hide the fields, the rest of the fields are also being presented to me. If I would have chosen to hide the fields, these fields wouldn't have been presented to me at all. Basically, I would have, technically you can skip this part completely if everything's in place. But if you choose to hide a field and make it required, for example, in this case, the missing business ID would have stopped me now, and the business ID field would have been presented to me together with an error message telling me that this is missing, you can't continue. But we're happy now, so let's just go ahead, click our button, and let's see what happens in Make. It's also fetching the product data there, and there we go. Let's see what we got. First of all, the fields. The fields can be found inside the fields array, and under them you can see that they are separated to disposable, person, organization, deal, sub-arrays. And under each array, for example, deal, you can find the specific field, for example, title, and then the data that's included in the field. For example, the field value. The same goes for email. There we go. Field value, label value. For the organization field, we chose to have a custom field, the business ID field. In this case, this is a bit more cryptic because this is actually the field Pipedrive field key. But when needed, you can always find the field name under the field key here, so it's easily recognized. And then the same way, the disposable fields will show up here, and the value that was filled in is there. So easy as that. If you then want to use the field data in other modules, I'm just gonna set up some variables here. Let's say email. Then you got the fields, person, email, field value. Oh, wrong place. Field value. There we go. And just a second example, business ID. That was under organization. The field key, field key, and then, well, oh yeah, that was empty. So let's use the deal title. There we are, title, and then value. Just hit save. Yeah, and then the second topic was the deal products. So the deal products can be found under the products array, and as we can see, we got two products in here. This is the deal product ID, the deal ID, and then the actual product ID. And the second one, the same way. Typically, what you want to do with the product is to do something X times, right? So kind of loop through your products. And the easiest way to do that is to use the make iterator module. So go ahead and pick that one. And then for the array in here, just simply pick the product array. So what happens now is that this route will run X times depending on how many products do you have attached on your deal. So what I'll do now to kind of prove the point, I'll just set up add a set variable module and call this product name, and then pick from the iterator module somewhere in here. There we go, product name, put it there. So what we expect to happen is that this route will run twice because we have two products, and then we should end up with two different product names here. And this will run once, and the variables will be filled in with the field data. So let's see how that goes. Oh, that was wrong. There we go. Click on the button again, enter the description, continue, wait for it to fetch the products, and here we are. So got the button click, went to the first route, so we should have product 1, yes, and then product 2, cool. So whatever is needed for your scenario to do its thing, just do it here. And the second route, we should have a couple of variables, so email, yep, the person email, and then the deal title. Okay, that's that. So this is how you utilize and work with the field data and also with the Pipedrive deal products. Please also take a look at our other videos and learn how to use OneClick together with Make.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.